Be ready to change yourself. Be ready to challenge your better self. Know that your mind can develop a passionate winning spirit, but not by yourself. We guarantee your family in love with your life, and you're gonna love all the grind. Lewis and Bars together, we develop your mindset with vitamin C for your mind. Don't you settle with what you know. There's much to learn, there's much to earn. Tell yourself I'm ready to fight, ready to be heard. Out of success and awakening rise. There's so many words that turn into prices. Be ready to change for the best. Step up and be great. Don't be like the rest. Develop your mindset.
Hi everyone, we're doing podcast today. This is the podcast of Develop Your Mindset. And today we're going to talk about smash till you die. So this phrase comes from one of our medallions. That we have a bunch of medallions in our website. And if you guys are interested to wear this kind of quotes, you can go visit the website, kbrothers.com. And so today we're going to elaborate what this means to us, why we came about this phrase, and how we see this. We thought this is really good way of sitting and talking about smash till you die, what it means to us. So we're gonna start. I have my co-worker here. His name is Luis, and we're gonna sit and elaborate on this because we both understand what this means and why it's exists in the company. So for us, this means a lot of things. So if we break down the word smash till you die means smash until you as a person, you do something until you die, you don't give up, so we're gonna sit and elaborate about this. So do you have any words before we start?
I'm pretty excited to be back at the Develop Your Mindset podcast.
Awesome.
And I really want to let him do the explanation of Smash Till You Die, because that's your design,
right?
And
right.
He's the designer here at K Brothers, and I feel like he has a lot of talent when it comes to designing jewelry, and especially those quotes that he puts behind the jewelry. I feel like they have a lot of meaning, and so I feel like the best person to describe that would be you. So
awesome. Yeah.
I'm just as excited as you guys to hear.
Let's start. So we have a bunch of notes here, so we can go follow and make this thing sound how we want it to sound like. And so failure is not an option. We have this one. So smash till you die means failure is not an option. We have this quote for it because when you start something, when you create something, a lot of times our minds tell us, how it is, like, oh, this is, getting too weird to, this might not work, and we should give up and like maybe come back later. This kind of thoughts always goes through everyone's mind. Whoever I talk to, older, younger, no matter what they're doing, if they're doing sports or they're doing business, like maybe like gathering, this always like crosses people's minds, and they're always, failure is not an option. So the thing is with this, when you wear this kind of quotes or something, you always see this, and you always remember what it means, how it makes you feel. So failure is not an option is one of the things that behind this quote that we came up with, right? Smash till you die. So what happens is like you shouldn't focus on failing. You should focus on success, and you have to go after success, whatever it takes, until you die. Smash till you die. So what do you think? Like, how do you see this thing? I love this because what happens is like he's the younger version of this whole podcast, and he gets to see from his point of view, and it's a little bit different. So I like that. So we're gonna hear younger version of this.
Yeah. So I agree with you. Failure should not be an option. Failure should not be an end goal. But at the same time, you should accept that failure is part of the process. Okay, so failure will be part of the process no matter what journey you decide to embark into, because challenges arise, and sometimes your skill set level is not there yet where you can overcome this obstacle, this challenge, and so you fail. And that's normal, that's fine. You see, those challenges are there for you to grow, for you to push yourself to come back even harder the next time that you face that challenge. So I feel like failure is really part of the process. You should embrace it and really try to learn from it, and don't run from it. If anything, I would encourage you to seek failure more than you seek success, just because failure is where the growth is where the learning, where like the most amount of growth from within will happen in those times when you fail. When you succeed is great. It feels great, it feels awesome, you celebrate whatnot, but also celebrate those failures, because those failures will teach you things that you're not aware of, and it will make you a better person overall, and it will help you get to your end goal and accomplish your purpose much faster.
The name of the podcast is Develop Your Mindset.
Exactly.
Basically, that's what's going on. You're developing yourself, your mindset, to be stronger and better, and go and have more successes than not so successful. Let's talk about something else. We can come back to this. This is like really a good point. We shouldn't forget about this point. Success is when tribes for. I think we kind of talked about this a little bit. Well, smash till you die is like you're going for success. You're going for the win. It's always it's a race. There is a finish line.
Yes.
So you go. Sometimes you win the race, sometimes you don't, right? And that shouldn't discourage you from trying it again. And you should have this mindset of you're gonna do until you die, not literally die, but this is very metaphorical, that, which is you get to rise again, like the phoenix from the ashes, and go at it again, just like, with new mindset, new tools that you learned previously. So you should always think about success and go after it. Thriving, you should strive for success also, and whatever it takes, you're gonna do it. Smash it. Go for it. So there was times where when I first met you, you had some level of this kind of understanding, and but you weren't so you didn't have the breakdown in front of you where this is very clear, and then now I know you do have it. And what someone like you could go through developing that kind of mindset?
So you see, when I started here, as you said, success is what we're thriving after. But when I started here, I wasn't thriving after success. What I was thriving for is to not fail. So
perfection.
I would do things in a way where I just didn't want to fail. I was scared of the failure. So I would do just enough to where I felt like my skill level was at, and I knew I was going to succeed. There was that assurance, there was that comfort that I would succeed. And anything beyond that, I would kind of take it easy, because I didn't want to, cross that boundary of failure and be like, oh my God, no.
You're describing the wall.
So make that shift of going after success, going for the win, not to avoid losing, not to avoid failure. So see the end goal, see your purpose, whatever your purpose is, and go after that success. Be hungry, and smash, have that strong attitude, that strong character to yourself, really have confidence in who you are, and just go strong at it. We all have fear, we all have insecurities, we all have doubts that we can reach that success.
Let's talk about that for a second. This is a very important point. So what happens is, when we're born, we're blank. How do you say it? Blank.
A blank slate.
Slate.
Yeah.
What happens is our communities, our families, our surrounding, everywhere, the schools and things that we watch, we listen, we hear, it will develop us. So now it all depends where we were and how much of it we believed, and like how much of it was influenced on us, and then that's how you get developed, and then you come to a point where you have these ideas about stuff, where when you were born, you were just blank. There was no ideas. So this is something that we learn throughout growing up.
Yeah.
When you were 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, you don't even remember that you made a decision about something where that something decision is affecting you today in a negative way or not as such a good way, where you could change it. You can change your mindset.
Yes.
Guys, your minds are plastic. You can change your neurons. You can change your habits. You can develop new mindset, new neurons, it's unbelievable how much you can really influence yourself from when you insert yourself in a new environment, new space, where that thing disappears. So
yeah,
that was a really good point there, where people need to understand that you can actually do that. You can actually change your mind. I did it so many times, and this last time I just did it 360. Like 5 years ago, if you met me, you won't recognize me. I'm a different person, different mindset. I'm just whole new sets of habits, new sets of ideas, and seeing things, and I used to not trust anyone. I used to be very introvert, and now I'm the opposite of that. I'm introvert.
Yeah. I'm
sitting here in front of you guys talking to you, and just like I would have never done this before.
Could totally relate to that, actually.
And being introvert made me very close-minded, very how do you say, like I wasn't accomplishing my full potential. Yeah. There's that word, potential. What if?
Yeah.
If you smash until you die, what if you do that?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to find out now about all that. It's crazy. Like, so, yeah. I mean, I can go on and on, but like, I know you have you have a lot to say. Go ahead. We'd love to hear your side of age group story.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm personally a introvert, also, like, to heart. I do like to talk and I do like to express myself, but to the core, I am an introverted person, and I know that. I know I'm an introverted guy, so I use that as a strength, So my strengths are usually in introverted things, which is like computers and reading and stuff like that. But you see, you do what you want to do is you really want to explore. I feel like you should have a balance between being extroverted and introverted. I don't think one is better than the other. I feel like both can really teach you a lot about yourself, and you should really try to find that balance between the two of them, and in order for you to reach that potential, like you said, because some of us cannot discover that potential until we step out of our comfort zone. And if you're a introverted person like I am, you're going to stay in that introverted zone, and that introverted area, while it's great, there's great things for you in the introverted area too. There's people like engineers who are introverted, very smart people, and they get a lot done. And so, like I said, it's not a bad thing, but I feel like you should really explore both, just to see where your potential is at, because some people feel like they're introverted, but they're not. They're actually just shy. They have these insecurities of expressing themselves, And so once they cross that, they realize like, oh my God, I think I was an extroverted all this time. I was just kind of keeping it to myself because I was scared of being judged.
Smash till you die.
So like, in order for you to be able to smash till you die and really find something that you're willing to smash every obstacle in the way for, you should really try to figure out, like, find that balance between being extroverted and introverted and really,
Yeah, when you don't understand something, it's okay. Sometimes you do a little bit of research. Sometimes you go listen to someone that has an experience. Also, you take that and then you try. You talk about it. You see, how people are responding to you. Are you making sense? If you're not, you just go back and do more and be okay. When you sound not so correct, be okay with it. Failure is not an option. Failure is another obstacle for you to go back and learn more.
Definitely.
And that's pretty much what happens. And especially younger people, they're afraid to make mistakes.
Yes.
They're afraid to be not right.
Yes.
And they don't get out there and open their mouth and be vulnerable. It's you learn a lot from vulnerability, and it's okay. You should do it. Anyone should be vulnerable. That means you're trying new things. You're experiencing things that you've not good at or not done before. So that is important. So I think next is like let's talk about your thoughts. Also, who you hang around with. Those two things that matters with Smash Till You Die. You are who you are, and your thoughts is who you are. Also, you develop your thoughts, those habits, and then who you hang around with. What is who you hang around with is you guys. I'm sure you heard this phrase all the time. Maybe the 5 people that you hang around with, you are the average of those 5. Right, starting from your parents, your neighbor, your school, your friends, everybody like that. So you have to be very careful what kind of messages getting relayed to you while you hanging out with those people. If you're trying to make something work, happen, whatever it may be, and you're going hard at it, like smash until you die. And then your family or your brother, sister, on and on, they're like, oh, you should give up. You're not good at this. This is not going to work for you. And if you listen to that, that will kill your spirit and will stop you from going forward. You should be careful. You are who you hang around with, and you are your thoughts. If your thoughts start telling you, dude, this is not for you. This is only the smart people can do this. There's no such thing. Everyone was born with blank slate. You develop yourself. Now, when that happens, your thoughts telling you that means there's something wrong over there. There's something missing. You have to go and get a course, study, learn about this, get a mentor, get a coach. To show you what you're not doing, what is missing, or mentor is someone that has done it before you, and that person could come and tell you, this is what your expectation is. Most likely, this is what's going to happen to you after you finish this part, and all that on, and that is very valuable for your growth, and so. How do you see this? Also, your age group, like you are who you hang around with, or your thoughts, like.
I totally agree with what he said. You definitely start adopting a lot of influence from the people that you hang around with. So you really have to be clear about what your purpose is, and then choose the people that you have around accordingly. You have to see like how they're contributing to that end purpose ultimately, because that purpose should mean a lot to you. It should mean so much to you that you should be able to just get rid of certain people that are not influencing that end purpose of yours, and then start, putting in the correct people in your life that will help you get there. Whether that's through, it could be like you said, through mentorship, through things like that.
Totally.
It could also be support. It could also be, it could just be that same energy as well. Maybe they're not going after the same thing that you are, but they're still like hustling. They're still going after their own thing. So the energy is the same. Like me and him, we're both like constantly educating ourselves. There's that energy that's always there,
Education never stops.
Yeah. So like that energy is the same. So yeah, choose the people who you hang around with, like wisely, yeah, definitely. And also, like, as far as like you are your thoughts, the fact that you are your thoughts is actually a good thing, because as we're talking right now, we're talking about developing your mindset. So in order for you to develop your mindset, are you really, like, one of the things that you have to do is just change your thoughts, and the fact that you can change your thoughts is actually
Remarkable.
a really good thing. So
Amazing.
so it really means that you don't have to, whatever you're thinking right now, the way you see the world right now, you can change that. It's not permanent. It's not like you're stuck with the same thoughts for the rest of your life. You can do something about it, but you have to be open-minded, and you have to commit to wanting to step out of those thoughts that you're currently thinking and start adopting the ones that are going to help you towards your purpose.
Like not serving you.
Yeah.
So many times we have thoughts, and
Yeah.
we're so used to those thoughts, and we're so comfortable doing the same thing over and over. But when you look back a year or two until the day, and they're not really serving you, you're not going forward, and something's stalling you.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of start looking what is stalling you, what is your belief system that you're constantly doing that over and over, and each time you do it, it kind of diminishes. Like
Yeah.
it's like a button, it's off. And it's like you don't get anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you start over again, and after many times of starting over, you get tired. You say, oh, I'm so tired now. I'm like, this is hard, life is hard. You start telling this kind of things, why life has to be this difficult. Like, dude, life is what you created. It's it's your life. You create your life. We all are responsible to our actions and to our thoughts and to our how we develop our mindsets. That will serve us for the better future. And you gotta be willing to understand and go and educate yourself, and don't never stop educating. It's very important. I left school when I was very young, and the reason I know, what I do, how I do it, because I always kept on educating myself and finding mentors and books and success stories to follow and understand and learn from those people also. And I never stop, and this is how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Right. So let's do focus, discipline, strategy, goals, and clarity. So focus is very important in smash till you die.
Yeah.
And discipline is as important as focus. Smash till you die. Strategy. I like the strategy part, because I like to make plans for myself year out or 2 years out. This is how successful people operate. Their strategy or their plans are not for the weekend.
Yeah.
We're gonna work today until Friday. Saturday we're gonna go do this. Sunday we're gonna go do this, and then Monday we're gonna start over again.
Yeah.
A lot of people have this kind of plan, right? And when you have a year out plan, it's a different story. Your focus is 12 months, right? Out.
Yeah.
365 days.
Yeah.
You know, and discipline is when it gets really, really hard, really, really difficult. You have to still get stuck and focus to the end goal. Whatever that end goal is, you wanna buy a house, you wanna buy a car, you wanna go to school, you wanna take your kids and family to vacation, whatever that may be, right? Whatever is your wish. Your wish is in your command, right? You just put the aim and go after it. Discipline, stay disciplined. Very, very, very important. How should I put this? Very important component of this whole smash until you die is discipline. Goals, have clarity. Make sure your spouse, your brother, sister, friends, everyone understands what you're doing. If they're trying to stop you, you have to understand where you stand, right? Clarity. Be clear. This is what I want to do. This is what matters to me. We have finite of years that we have our strengths and, you know, bodies, eyes, hands. So we have to make this well worth that duration, that time, and clarity. You know, your clear mind. You know, when you do this, it's going to serve you. It's going to make you get there. So focus, discipline, strength, goals, clarity. Whatever it takes. Right? So what is your focus? When did you understood your focus matters, your clarity, your discipline, you know?
Let's see.
Let's hear it.
I feel like all these all come together very nicely.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, I feel like all of these come very nicely, and I really would encourage you to take this. What I'm about to say right now, it's like a little small process that you can take with you and really apply it everywhere you can. So focus. What I mean by focus is having full immersion. You want to be fully immersed in your journey. So cut the distractions out. Anything that's not serving you, whether that's people, whether that's TV, whether that's the internet, whether that's Netflix, I don't know what, whatever is not serving you to accomplish that purpose, get rid of it. That's what focus means. It means full 100% immersion. You're not dividing your attention here, giving 80% to your journey and then 20% to something that's completely irrelevant to the journey. Full 100% immersion. And once you're fully immersed, then you want to have the discipline to stay on top of your strategies. So whatever your strategy is in order to get to your purpose, whether that's through goals, which is how it's supposed to be, you're supposed to set goals in order for you to reach your end purpose. That's a strategy. All the goals that you put in place, those are purposefully put there. You know, you're not just randomly putting goals for yourself. You're putting them strategically. You're putting this goal before that other goal because you know you need to finish this goal first before you can move on to the next one. You don't want to do the one after that because perhaps the one that's after, it might be more difficult than the one coming before. So you want to have those goals strategically put in place, and then you want to have the discipline to stay congruent and to stay focused and disciplined to accomplish those goals, to not get sidetracked. So that's why you need to focus. And when you do this, you will create habits. And habits are extremely important in order for you to reach your purpose, because habits are the ones that in a sense they make the journey a bit easier, but adopting the habit is the hard part, because once you have the habit in place, it becomes a little bit easier now to maintain the habit. It's sort of like a snowball effect. Like it starts getting like everything running, you know, and the more habits that you're starting to develop that are helping you reach that purpose, the more unstoppable you start to become, because you have all these habits in place now that it's only it only makes sense that you're going to reach that success point, because you know everything's pointing towards it. Your actions are congruent, your thoughts and everything is just aligned with that it's just a matter of time in order for you to reach that success. So, and then once you have all this together, well then ultimately what you have, the result is clarity. You're very clear as to what's going on here. You're not just embarking into this journey like randomly. It's not just a dream, you know. It's not in your imagination anymore. It's not something that you hope to happen. It's something that's going to happen because you have all these things in place. So focus, discipline, strategy, have those goals in place, and then ultimately you'll get those habits and you'll have that clarity and you'll know exactly where you're going. And that's like, I would say that's like a recipe for success.
Awesome. So success is something we all like to have, and so the way you get to success, there is big and small, all kinds of success. It matters. There's like thousands of small decisions that you make that get you to the success, and those thousands turn into one whole big unit, and you call that very successful person. We hear that a lot, right? We hear like, that guy didn't have anything overnight, he has cars and house and money, everything, but now nobody talks about 10 years before that.
Yeah.
All the thousands of decisions, all the sacrifices, all late nights, early mornings,
Yeah.
all smash till you die, you know,
Yeah.
got that person to where he is that day. So
Yeah.
it's 10 years overnight success.
Yeah.
You know, it's not your overnight success. So that's something what happens with us. It's a development. You're developing yourself towards to that success. So that was something I wanted to add on that. Also, you know, habit is very important. Build your habits. Build
Yeah.
really good, strong, good habits where that's gonna serve you without even thinking about making a decision. You sometimes make moves because that turn into habit. You know, you're
Yeah.
doing by habit. So, so next is, let's talk about what do you see here? Purpose.
Having your purpose to be stronger than the pain that you feel.
Yeah, purpose is purpose driven is very important. We should all have purpose. A lot of people they have purpose, and that purpose could come from different places. For instance, I know a bunch of stories where the purpose came from different places. Like, I'm tired of living this way. I want better city, better house, better car. You know,
Yeah.
that's purpose driven. Some guys, you know, you hear all these stories where they
Yeah.
get into something that, like something like accident, something
Yeah.
like I don't know, like this something that you lose, and that could turn in your purpose. Like I want to go build a. If you're a religious person, I want to go build a church. You know,
Mhm.
I want to go build whatever a company, and
Yeah.
or I want to go build what do you call you know, kids don't have homes and stuff, like help me out with the word.
Homeless or like,
No, like little kids and
orphans.
orphanage. Yeah, this is important also. Orphanage, and those are purpose driven. Maybe there is no big return for you, but emotionally and if that's your goal, that's gonna take you all the way there, and then make that become reality. You know,
Yeah.
those are purpose driven points. We have our own purpose here in the company. One of our purpose is to bring medallions to forefront and put these amazing quotes on it where people could wear it not only as a jewelry but also reminders for them, you know. One of our purpose. So that's purpose is very, very crucial, very strong.
Yeah. Well, something I wanted to elaborate on was having your purpose be stronger than the pain that you feel as you're on this journey, because depending on the journey that you go on, you will experience pain, whether that's physical pain or emotional pain, but you will experience pain. And it is very important that your end goal, whatever your purpose is that it's so strong that you're willing to literally like smash through like whatever pain that you're feeling at the moment, in order for you to be able to accomplish that goal that you set for yourself. Like we spoke previously in the strategy part, you set yourself a goal and you're gonna accomplish that goal no matter what it takes. So you're going to you gotta have that purpose be stronger than the pain. And then something I just remembered right now that I want you to talk about is you know, Baruch here used to be a soccer player. Remember, you told me
Yes.
he used to play soccer.
Yeah.
And he would tell me that he would play soccer, and then there would be those games where he really wanted to win, and like parts of his body were like hurting and stuff, but he would still like play. He would still like give it his all, because you know the end purpose, which was to win the game, was what really mattered to him. You know, maybe you want to talk about that a little bit, like how.
Yeah, I love soccer. I played soccer for 20 years. I have so many injuries. I still pay them till this day. Yeah, there's when you're in sports, it's really not easy. You're never gonna feel 100% every time, but you don't want to let yourself down or let the team down. You always want to, perform.
Yeah.
And performance is performance-driven.
Yes, exactly.
You know, community.
Yeah.
You know, and
High performance.
yeah, high performance is really. I mean, it's one of those things that we really cherish and we talk about all the time here. You know, being high performance.
And I'm sure, like as an entrepreneur, you still experience pain.
I do.
Like not even, maybe not physical, but emotional pain, like
yeah.
stress and.
Yeah,
You feel down sometimes.
Being an entrepreneur is not easy because you're jumping and doing a bunch of things that it's important for you, it matters, but
Yeah.
You're having difficult time, and you are not comfortable doing just one thing only. That's what entrepreneurship is. Like you're always jumping to the next.
Exactly.
Venture, and a lot of times you have to find. That's why we talk about find mentors, find coaches. Like we talk about reading books and like educating yourself, studying people that they've done before you. Like this is what happens. Like you have to perform and high levels, and you're not performing. You have to kind of, get out of your comfort zone and then just pull and push, make this thing just work for you, you know, and not only for you, but your promise to the team and to the community that you're involved with a bunch of these other guys that, doing it for you. Totally. So, yeah, purpose-driven, very, very good, really good, and strategy is very good also.
Yeah.
Then pain. Pain is amazing thing that we have in our bodies, right?
Yeah.
Pain is where it tells you, slow down, stop. There's danger, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, your brain will tell you that there's a pain where. How should I put this? Your brain is frontal cortex, right? Has developed early on. The old brain is our
the reptilian brain.
Yeah,
the reptilian brain.
So reptilian brain is like get out there, get yourself something to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like you're focused.
Like survival mode.
Survival mode.
Yeah, it's on survival mode.
Frontal cortex that was developed afterwards was what happens is like it tells you, hey, if you do this, this is very painful. You
Yeah.
shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
You might get hurt, and then it will stop you, right?
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to that. And there is a small window of opportunity where we can actually take action, move, and get this thing working.
Yeah.
There is a book about this. What's her name that she wrote this book? If I remember the name, I will put out there for you guys. She talks about this. She wrote a book about this, and this helped me actually. This strategy helped me to come in front of the camera and start speaking, because the fear used to pain, like I'm gonna experience pain. The fear used to
Yeah.
stop me getting in front of the camera and
Yeah.
putting my 2 cents out there, for people to like sit and hear, how these things go and what we do here and all that. Hopefully, it's helping someone out there to see and fix themselves, become better version of themselves.
Yeah.
So pain is something. It stops you, and you have about 5-second window where you're gonna say something like "get up and go," like just make yourself get up before your front cortex. It tells you, no, stop. If you do this, you might fail, and you're gonna experience pain. And that's where you have to kind of go back to your old brain where you can just survival mode. Just go out there and do it. If you don't succeed, be okay with not succeeding. Not succeeding doesn't mean you failed. It means it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Do your research, do your study, fix yourself, understand what you're doing, and be better next time.
Yeah.
The success will come.
It will.
If you do it more and more often, then success is for you to grasp, and it's for you.
Yeah.
It's coming, So that's that. And let's. You have something to say about pain? How do you say this thing?
Yeah, I put my 2 cents already on
Yeah.
on pain, but I
Awesome.
just wanted you to elaborate a little bit more because
Yeah.
I think he's been through more pain than I have
I've-
as far as purpose driven type of.
Yeah, if I sit and talk about my pain, it's very
you still
long.
got some time.
I still got some time, but yeah.
So yeah, the thing is, the amount of action is not what brings the pain or doesn't bring the pain. It doesn't matter if you're going after $100 or $1,000 or you're wherever you're going for success. Is the pain is part of that, and you have to understand when the pain comes, you have to sit and kind of like just sit and think about, is this something your strategy, like is it part of this strategy? Is it okay to experience pain? Like also we spoke purpose driven, like is this your purpose in life?
Exactly.
Maybe not whole your life, but like you're like what you're doing for this year or something, like there are the purpose sometimes changes. Some people have long-term purpose. So if you're gonna experience pain, sometimes you're just gonna go through it, whatever it takes. We've heard about all people walk on fire, coals and stuff. Those are those are things that you teach yourself. You just those trigger like experience pain without actually failing, and then you could use that experience when the pain comes. You'll be like, hey, yes, I understand. Like, so pain is different than like my strategy, my purpose. Like, let's not associate my purpose with pain now. Like it's like that's just like separated. So let's do this. A lot of people we hear all the time, all around us. They talk about. I'm sure you guys heard about these phrases we hear. I hear it all the time still. It's too difficult. it's too hard. It's so like I want to give up. I can't do this. This is making me giving me sleepless nights. You know, like I can't focus.
Yeah.
So these are the opposite of smash until you die. You know, like kind of.
Yeah.
And we hear this a lot. We kind of go through it. Sometimes we buy into it.
Yeah.
I don't anymore, but
like-
I used to buy into this
Yeah.
stuff. I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry that you're hurting. I know it's too difficult.
Yeah.
Life is so hard, and life is what you make of, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
you. It's me. I created my my life, my story, and I'm living in it. And
Yeah.
I don't want to sit and talk about my failures. I don't want to sit about talk about my story.
Mhm.
No one really cares.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy that it's not them.
Yeah. Pretty
Who-
much.
You know, like your story does not matter. You just have to become some little bit of like a machine minded, you know, and then you have to just go aim towards smash till you die, and then you're just gonna go stop, go.
Yeah.
No matter how many stops, you're gonna keep on going until you get there,
Yeah.
right? So there's no difficulty. Everything is difficult, but there's no difficulty. If you study and you educate yourself, you just know what to do. There's no hard because you don't understand. Just keep on doing until you understand. The hard will disappear. Me being a master jeweler, it's not hard. It's easy.
Yeah.
There was time that I thought this was gonna be unattainable. Like, you know, how am I gonna do this? But today it's so easy for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's too difficult. It's like not really. It's not difficult. You go through that time period where you understand everything, and the difficulty will go out, right?
Yeah.
And just give up. Your mind is always telling you like, "Oh, dude, you just give up. Like, this is too hard. You just did it for 2 weeks. Now it's not working out. Just give up."
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks and 2 days you're gonna freaking, you know, like succeed, and like
Yeah,
just
exactly.
do it, and you know, and you're gonna succeed. Don't give up. Don't give up at all.
Yeah.
And always revisit. Always come back. Always learn, study, become better version of you. Come
Mhm.
back and do it again.
Yeah.
So how do you? I'm sure you hear this.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
Probably
It's-
starting from your mom and dad,
It's too hard.
your
It's too-
school,
it's too-
your
Yeah.
friends.
I would say personally, I would say there's a lot too. I would be like, oh, it's too hard, it's too difficult, and I still do at times. But here's the thing, though, and I think you will all eventually come at some point where you're gonna face some challenge. You're gonna be like, it's too hard, it is too difficult, and the way I want you to see it is that I want you to see it from a logical point. That this is how I see it. Like I said, strategy. So I see it from a strategic standpoint. So I analyze this. So why is it hard? Why is it difficult? You know, I start to really dive deep into why exactly it's hard and it's difficult. And usually I come to the conclusion that the reason why it's difficult in the first place is because my skill set isn't there yet. So it's obvious. It's like I said, it's logical. It's strategic. So if it's hard and it's difficult, okay, then what can I do? Like, if it's too difficult, then okay, like, is there a way? Can I like take it a step back? Can I make it like a little bit easier so that
Or go through it.
or go through it as well? I mean, you can also do that. You can plow through it regardless of if it's difficult or not. But I mean, I would normally like to take a step back and, you know, take it a level back and be like, okay, if this is too difficult, that means I have not mastered whatever comes before that. Because if I would have mastered whatever comes before that challenge, then this would it would be a matter of time, you know. So see it that way, you know. If it's too hard, ask yourself, why is it too hard? Is my skill set not there yet? Because sometimes it is the skill set, but sometimes you do have the skill set. You do have what it takes. You are capable, and your skill set is there, but it's just you're just emotionally not there. Like your emotional strength isn't as strong to be able to overcome this challenge, and then you just start giving yourself excuses that it's too hard, it's too difficult, because it's going to require a lot of emotional strength because there is that risk of failure. If something is hard, if it's difficult, there is that risk of failure, but there is also that chance of you like actually making it through and being successful. So focus on the success point. Don't focus on like, oh, I'm gonna fail, it's gonna be depressing. No, see it in a positive light. If it's too hard, look at it. Is it the skill, or is it just me being emotional and just not wanting to, take that risk? And don't give up.
Yeah. So we both listen a lot of influencers also to see how they're doing what they're doing. One of these quotes that we hear all the time that we really, really appreciate, we really like, we use it here also. Do it anyways. Do it anyways is a phrase that Grant Cardone came out with. And that's such a stunning, amazing phrase that, it makes someone's mind be like, hey, what I have to lose, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what? Let me just try it. Do it anyways. Phrase is really amazing. If you could, make this your own and then use it for you, and like your weak times or your down times, do it anyways. Is like get up and go do it.
Yeah.
And find out what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen to this? What you're doing. So how do you see this phrase? I love this phrase. Do it anyways.
I love it too, actually. And the reason why I love this phrase is because you see, a lot of us have a lot of doubts before we start something. And what do it anyways, that mindset, what it does to you is that it gets you to do it. And then even though you might fail, you know why you're failing now. Like you have you have something to work with. Rather than before you even start. Like before you even start, you have all these doubts. You're like, oh my god, like maybe like I won't be able to do this part, I won't be able to do that part, or maybe this isn't gonna work, this because of that. When you actually just go in there and just do it anyways, you do it and you have a result. You see, you have a result, and the result is very, very important, because once you have a result, then you can break down that result, you can break down that experience and see like, okay, like where did it go wrong? Why did it go wrong? What can I do better next time? So you have something to work with, rather than just wondering like, oh, like I think that's not gonna work, that's not gonna work. Like you're just wondering. But once you have a result, you have something to actually work with. And that's where the education will now come in place, because now you know what education you need, so you can go and get that proper education, rather than just start with just wondering like, oh, like, so just do it anyways. And find out like what happens next.
So find out about what happens next. So what happens next is when you start something, finish it, right?
Yeah.
In order to find out what happens next is you're gonna you actually have to finish something that you started.
Yes.
And when you finish something you started, you're gonna learn so much, and you're gonna feel you're gonna feel so good, so that's gonna make you feel really confident for next project, next thing that you're gonna do. Finishing something is rewarding also.
Yes.
You get so much out of it.
Yeah.
I get so much out of something that I finish. I have a list that I need to make these designs. I have a list to finish these products for this certain day and time, and hand it to the client. And I go after it. If so many times, yesterday everyone left, I was here till 9 o'clock until I finished what I had to finish, then I left. I don't get up. I don't complain. I don't. I talked about this last podcast. Like, there is no time. Time disappears.
Yeah.
For me, whether there's sun out or moon is out, it doesn't matter. Time. There's no time. If I want to accomplish something, finish something, I just stick to it and I go after it and I finish it. Smash till you die. Like, you just literally you smash it and you just finish it. And it's you're the person doing this. That's what the you is in there, right? If we break down the meaning. So when you start something, finish it. When you promise something, finish it. When you have to get to some place and get whatever you wanna receive over there, just finish it. Go and do it and finish it. No matter what you have to do, how hard it gets. There's no complaints. There's nothing. Just you do it, right?
Yeah.
Always start something. Never. A lot of people, they sit home. There's this book came out that everyone loved it, which was Law of Attraction. Everyone sits home and then I want to buy a car. I want to have a jewelry. I want to have a house. Yes, that's where it starts. Everything starts from wanting and wishing and hoping. But you have to take action. Action is very important. Like action, right?
Definitely,
so, and you got to take action, and you're gonna start that, whatever you're wishing, and then find ways, save your money, whatever you need to do to get there and attain that product or the goal or something. Yeah. So it's a very important point here when it comes to smash till you die.
Definitely.
When you start something, finish it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely. Like when you start something, look, to me that's a very good like training wheel. Like, even if you're still young like me, and you still haven't found your purpose, you still haven't found a clear path that you want to pursue all the way and smash, it's still a very good habit to get into, to start something and finish it, because it will really matter once you start pursuing a true purpose for yourself. Because subconsciously, if you develop this habit of starting something and not finishing it, what's going to happen is that once you do start this journey, you will struggle when you start setting goals for yourself, because you will have this subconscious mindset that, you're going to start something, you're not going to finish it. And that's not good, because every goal that you set for yourself in your strategy, you have to finish all the way. So it's a very good habit for you to start implementing from today. It doesn't matter what it is. You don't have to, it's not like you have to start something like really big and like, finish it, but start with small things. Start them and finish them. Whatever it is. Remember, this is a very important habit. And you don't want to be developing a habit where you start something, you're not finishing it, because it's just going to screw you like down the road.
You just remind me of something when at first when I asked you to do picture cleaning, cutting, I could see you were getting like little bit unease, not you weren't having a good great time. But now when he does it, he's like, like the way you do it is like, you just learn so much because you stuck to it. You went through the difficult times and you passed that, and you're inching towards becoming really, really good now. Slowly, every time you're finding out, what works better.
Yeah,
you just remind me of that. So that's how it works. When you start something, you finish it. Like, you don't give up. You keep on going. And so when you start something, inch by inch, you're getting closer to your goal, becoming the master. In that whatever you're trying to do, you're becoming the master of that. So
exactly.
That's it's very crucial. So that falls under smash till you die. Like, you just until you get the master of that. You know,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
do it. There's a phrase here where we always hear the wall. Like you always hit the wall and you go back. You can't pass it. Right?
Yeah.
So this one phrase kind of like summons all that up. Fear. Earlier we spoke about fear, but fear is it has so many different hats to it, right? Different
Yeah.
plays to it.
Yeah.
So there's this phrase here. It's this phrase I heard it from Dan Penna that I listened to, which he describes it, and I adopted this phrase also. I use it for me in my mind. Also say it too. Fear is false expectations appearing real. We all have expectations. We all have this. A lot of times is negative expectations in our mind, and that will create this fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fear stops you from taking action, and then all this happens in our mind, and then this is why appears really for us.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, somebody else doing the same thing that you're doing, somehow they're getting successful in it, and then you're watching them, you're wondering like, how is this possible? You know, like I did it once and I failed. I can't do it. This is not the right way to do it. This is not right. But meanwhile, this other person is doing it and succeeding in it. So a lot of times fear, you know, we have expectations of fear, which is it appear real in our minds, and it won't let us go forward in trying in you know, we don't get to success because of being afraid and having this expectation in our minds that this is real. Like a lot of the times it's not real. If there's no cliff that you're gonna go and fall and die, sometimes it's in your mind. It's your mind is powerful machine. It builds all this expectations. You know, you start making stories in your mind, and this is part of that where you should pay attention what kind of you know, wall you're hitting, what kind of fear you're embarking to yourself, you know, on you. You know, so fear is false expectations appearing real. It's amazing phrase. Also, I when I first heard this one, this like blew me away. I was like, oh my God, you know. Before that point, until I heard this I used to have all these expectations in my mind, all these stories, all this you know, fear driven, you know, like based. So I was able, just because of this phrase, I was able to fix myself and then make myself, you know, like break the wall and go past it, you know, and then have so many great experiences and also success, you know, in what I was afraid to do before that point. So, you have something to say about false expectations appearing real?
Yeah, well, like, as you said, it's a false expectation appearing real. So, the way I approach fear is that I seek for confirmation. So, as you said, it's a false expectation. So, what you want to do is that you want to seek confirmation. So, whatever it is that you're expecting to happen, you want to confirm that. You want to confirm if it's actually going to happen. And the only way to confirm that is to take action. So, to be honest, I don't feel like there's actually something that you can do to prevent fear. Like once you're feeling it, like there is no like, there is nothing that can just make that fear go away. The only thing that could really, you know, make that fear go away is if you take action regardless of the fear. So you have to take action, like despite feeling fear. And the way you do that is that you gotta have a very strong purpose. There's got to be a very strong desire for you to want to know what's going to happen anyway, you know? Because if it's not strong enough, then the fear will eventually just stop you from even taking action. Because the emotion of fear is very strong. So what you need, and fear is an emotion. So the way you have to approach it is that you have to come with a stronger emotion that's stronger than fear. So perhaps that's the emotion of success, the emotion of, you know, getting to the end, the emotion of succeeding, like the emotion of accomplishing your purpose, whether that's helping people, whether that's whatever your purpose is. So let's just say, for example, that your purpose is to help people. You want to get to those people, but let's say there's a fear of putting yourself out there, like on video, like right now, right? So the emotion of helping somebody else, that purpose has to be stronger than that fear that you're feeling of, let's just say, being judged, putting yourself out there, you know? And so you see, it has got to be an emotion, and you got to look for that confirmation, like what's really going to happen. And I think it's a good idea also to analyze where the fear is coming from. Like what is it? Like, is it a fear of judgment? Is it a fear of
insecurity?
Yeah, is it a fear of insecurity? Like, or like
fear of,
there's just so many reasons of like fear. So really,
fear is crazy.
So really think about, like, what is it that you're fearing, and once you know
Embarrassment.
what is it that you're fearing, then ask yourself, you know, like, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, if it does happen. And then
there's a bunch of people, like, you know, they don't mind embarrassing themselves. You're like, oh my God, I can never do what this guy's doing, you know?
And yeah, I mean, like,
remove the fear.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you just got to find a bigger reason to do what is it that you want to do. And because if like, I would just put it this way, like, how bad do you fucking want it? like how bad do you want it?
How bad do you want
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Smash into die,
yeah.
baby.
If you don't want it bad enough, then the fear will just stop you. But if you really want it bad enough, you're gonna get past that. You're gonna get past the fear.
The purpose.
Yeah.
Purpose driven.
The purpose driven, extremely important in order to get past that fear.
Yeah. Duty.
Yeah.
You know, like soldiers, they have duty.
Exactly.
They're in front of the bullets. Bullets are flying at them.
Yeah.
They just go in front of the bullet. They're, you know, to
Yeah.
protect their homeland, to protect their, you know, who they are as a
Exactly.
culture, as a, you know, and that's a purpose driven. That's a duty
Exactly.
driven.
The purpose,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
The fear disappears. They remove the fear. They know they're probably gonna get shot and die.
Yeah.
They just do it anyways.
Yeah.
You know.
Because their purpose of, like, protecting their homeland is
Like
stronger
Greg
than the
Cardone
fear.
says, do it anyways.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? You're gonna die. You're not gonna feel anything after that, right? Do it anyways. Crazy. That is amazing. Yes, this part is so true, and like it makes people stop moving. It cripples them. You know,
Mhm.
like it has done it before. To me also, yeah. Forgot I was gonna say something, but that's what happens pretty much, you know. And let's see. I had something here. Fear of dying without trying. So also, like, you know, we just talked about the soldier, how they think like they're duty driven,
Yeah.
purpose driven, like fear of dying without trying. Like, what's gonna happen? The worst if you try. You're not gonna die.
Yeah.
You're not. Really, nothing's gonna happen to you.
Exactly.
You're gonna get embarrassed. You're gonna get, like, people gonna talk shit to you. Like, so what, bro? Like,
Yeah.
I wanna be successful. I wanna succeed in this life. And if
Exactly.
you have that drive, that success drive, you're gonna keep on doing, no matter how many times it takes, no matter how much you fail, you're gonna do it until you succeed. And then when
Exactly.
you succeed, that was a race you finished. Then there is another race starts, right?
Yeah.
It's always like
Yeah.
like 100-meter. You're running, you as fast as you can run. Who's gonna win? And there's a bunch of people doing it together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man.
So don't be afraid. even if you last, you're gonna try again. There is this one book also, either you're first or last. So you have to always do it. You have to always give your chance, better chance. You get into the race all the time. Don't be too complacent, sitting home, watching stuff that doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Not gonna help your future in any way. That's not smashing till you die. That's the opposite of and develop your mindset. This podcast is focused on getting yourself better version of yourself.
Exactly.
So so that's that.
Look, so like fear dying without trying. So the way I see that is fear that you're gonna die, you're not gonna accomplish the things that you wanted to do, that you never tried at least. Fear that, because death itself, I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't think death is a bad thing.
No.
But what I see bad is that that you die and you left so many dreams, so many aspirations, so many things that you wanted to try. You just ignore them. You just put them on the side. You said, I'll do it later. You said it's too hard. You said I can't do it. You said all these excuses, and now you're about to die, and you're like, shit, maybe I should have tried some of those things, and you just die with regrets in your heart. And that to me is just the worst. So
it's fearful.
So that's what you should fear. You should fear that.
Regret.
Fear like dying
With
like
regrets.
dying with regrets. Don't fear any of these other things.
That is very true. So I made a video early on about cemetery. That all those plugs, it means, he was the grandfather of this, he was the grandma, if you ask those people if they come, somehow they become, rise again as a human being, you ask them for a minute, like, what was your ambitions, what you wanted the most in this life, they'll probably tell you, like, I had this dream, I had this wish, I had this place that I wanted to go and everything, and they didn't get to do that. They didn't do it, and it got too late for them. Now they're done, and those dreams disappeared with them, and they don't have the chance to come back and do it. They probably, like you said, regret. They probably died with a bunch of regrets, like. I don't know what happens, like that last moment, we're all gonna find out eventually. But you would think, I would think that what happens is you're gonna have regrets. You're gonna be like, oh my God, if I did all this, I would have made the difference in my life and in my family life, in my in what I wanted to create with this. Leave a bigger impact in your community, in your life, and everything. Like it's like legacy, impact. These are the what happens in the end. In between, we're all working to thrive and survive and get to that the end. It's like life is like almost like it's a race or something. Like there's the end, there is the finish line always. So. Of course, the smash till you die. So the part die means, the end, the finish. Right. So that's why you're gonna. There's always this finishes. There's always these races. We're always in it, going, finishing them, and then recreating another race, getting into another race. Especially like being entrepreneurs, we don't. We're not comfortable doing one thing. We're always trying all these multiple things simultaneously, getting into multiple races, and then they all have the end, and then you have to start something else because we get bored. We get we don't want to be bored. We always want to work and just create stuff and make stuff happen.
Well, as humans, I feel like we're like creatures of purpose. Like we need a purpose in order for us to, find a meaning in still living. Because I mean, if you think about it, like those people who are depressed, who are in this place of like darkness, those people have lost their purpose. They have lost their meaning of living. So, finding a purpose is what gives us a meaning of life, pretty much.
Yeah.
What I would say.
Yeah, totally. Like when you get to end of something, it doesn't mean that it stopped. It means that you have to create something new now.
Yeah.
Like the game changes all the time. Like
innovation.
You get. I mean, like every 10 years, every 20 years, there's this new ideas in the marketplace. This new computer, social media, all these things didn't exist not long ago, and these are all new. So you get to study and learn and like make yourself really good in these things where you can actually the game doesn't stop for you. Like, you don't die. You just like smash through it all the time. So that's very important. Smash.
I mean, what you just said right there. I mean, in summary, I would actually say that that's like really like the key difference between like a business person and an entrepreneur. Like a business person is just looking like there's just like one opportunity here to make money, and like they just follow through that, and once it's done, as opposed to the entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, I feel like it's more like innovative. Like they pursue one thing, but then they're willing to like evolve that into something else, and then into something else, and maybe diversify that into many more things. And like it takes more creativity as an entrepreneur to like
building.
Yeah, it's like it never ends. Like you're still like building an empire, while as the business person is just
running the business.
Like after just like this little piece of like
like advancing your goal, which is the money. Like invest $10 to make $10 profit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's business part of being an entrepreneur. So smash means full throttle. Like when you start a race, when you start something new, idea, company, whatever you start new.
Yeah.
You have to have this mindset of having like, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna like succeed. I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna make my family proud. I'm gonna feel so good doing this. You have this mindset of like smash through something.
Like you want to dominate.
Dominate. So that's a good. That's, I feel like this medallion is that part of that mindset also. Like that's why it starts with the word of smash. Full throttle.
Exactly.
Like, go fast. Like just do it. Like like that. And do it anyways. Like even you have all these thoughts in your mind, kind of like telling you, oh, it's too hard. It's gonna be too hard. It's gonna be difficult. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna succeed? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Slow down.
And like
do it anyways.
Also like smashing, you just made me think about something. Like when you're smashing, I feel like there's two things you're gonna be smashing when you're in this journey. You're gonna be smashing the old thoughts that you had.
Oh my.
You're gonna be smashing all those thoughts that are getting in the way of you, like accomplishing your purpose,
Yes.
So you're smashing all of those like negative habits, everything that's just not there. And you're also smashing, like in a literal sense, you're smashing your competitors. So like anybody who's like trying to take away
domination.
Yeah. So
you have to dominate your space.
So you're smashing everything that that you're putting yourself in the way, and like competitors.
Totally.
As well.
You have to dominate your space so you can thrive and become a better version of you.
Exactly.
Never settle on something smaller or lesser version of you. We all have that drive. Listen to you. Listen deep inside. If this is what coming to you, go at it. Go smash until you die. Just go make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
Definitely, yeah. So smash.
So, let me see your. You, like, smash till you die. You is the word in there, the phrase where it tells you you're in the center.
Yes.
Everything has a center. You start something. You have to have you are the center of your universe. You've heard this phrase. So it turns this. You become the center of that project, that race, that you get control of this situation, no matter how hard it gets. If it gets really hard, you guys remember you have to go seek help. Don't be sitting home and eating yourself up. Just go find people that they've done it before you.
Exactly.
People love to help people.
Yeah.
90% of people want to help.
Yeah.
If those 10% don't want to help, don't worry. That's the small majority. Just move on. Like, don't worry.
Yeah.
Just do it. And that's why that word is there. Like, smash till you die. Like, you just like gonna go at it. Just make it whatever it takes. Make it successful.
Yeah.
So, at one point, you before you start here with us, you had not such a good time. You're telling me you were doing a bunch of deliveries and a bunch of things that you were talking to yourself. You were telling yourself, like, when this is gonna end? Like, this is not what I want to be doing, or this is not my purpose. This is not why I was born to do this. I have higher purpose. What is it? Like, what am I gonna do to make a difference? You had that drive. That's why you're here today. We're sitting together doing this podcast because we want to make a difference. If we change one person out there by all this, what we're talking is we achieved our purpose.
The word is, what's your legacy?
Legacy. Yes, legacy is important also. We want to leave legacy behind. Making a bunch of deliveries and a bunch of, like, yes, you're helping here and there. That doesn't serve a big purpose or legacy. Leave legacy, any kind of legacy behind. So you is very important point in this whole medallion, and we do pay attention to ourselves a lot here. Like, you are in the center of that universe. You're whatever you're doing for you at that time. You're in the center, and it means a lot. It means everything, actually. Make sure we always talk about what is important for you. Like, how do you want to do this? I know you have a lot on your plate. Like, I know you're doing a lot. Like, is this something you can handle now? Like, or you should think about doing this. This is how I come about this also. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm like, do this, do that, and then I go back, I sit down, I'm like, shoot, how is he gonna do this now? Like, this is crazy. Like, what did I just say? And then I get up, I look, and like, you being you're so nice, you don't even say anything, but but it's not attainable. So you is very important. You have to delegate yourself, make sure things are getting finished, right? And finish line is very important to accomplish and finish stuff. How do you feel? Like, what happens to your thoughts when someone, or you pushing someone, or someone pushing you, like giving you more responsibility? A lot of times, younger people, especially introvert people, they talk in their mind and they never actually respond. They never say what's in their mind, which is sometimes is dangerous. Sometimes because, like, it could be self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, it will damage you if you say it. Then the person will understand and then kind of like slow down or change his tone. Or it's very important for someone to actually be able
Yeah.
to elaborate themselves, like
Yeah.
in a really nice
Yeah.
way, you know.
Yeah, so at least like, let's say when I'm giving a lot, to have on my plate. So I am nice. Yeah, I am a nice guy. I do. I am nice, but however, the reason why I don't really like to. Usually, I like to think about my responses a lot. Like, I'm not a very impulsive person. I don't like to react so impulsively, like right when something, happens. I really like to take my time to really think about like what's gonna be the best solution. I really like to think about what response I'm gonna give, because whatever response I'm gonna give, I want it to be a solution. You see, my goal isn't to like fight him or to prove myself that I have the right answer and that he doesn't, or that whatever he's saying it's wrong. I really want to look for a solution. I want to give a response where we can both work as a team, because ultimately that's what we are. We're a team here.
Yeah.
So like, my goal is for us to come into an agreement, but a logical one as well, not an emotional one. So usually I like to think, okay, like he's giving me a lot, like, so how can I handle this? Like, would it be better for me to tell him that, like, for him to stop giving me stuff, or maybe I could just tell him like, okay, like, these things deserve priority over the other ones, or like, maybe we should wait on that. Maybe we should do this first. Whatever the solution is. I really like to think about it and see. Okay, I see where he's coming from. I know that he's really coming from this place where it's like he wants to get shit done. He's constantly hustling, and usually the ideas that he has, he usually starts like, he doesn't wait. Once he has an idea, he puts it out there. Like, we should do this, we should do that, we should do this, and everything.
I trust my gut. If
And-
my gut told me something, there is a reason for it.
But like, yeah.
I sometimes I don't even try to make the sense out of it.
Yeah.
It's just that when you're in it,
Yeah.
your gut will tell you something, and then when it tells you something, because your mind it's so quick, so fast.
Mhm.
Your eyes and your mind, your brain didn't have enough time or knowledge to catch that, right?
Yeah.
So your gut will tell you, like, almost like the fear,
Yeah.
or danger, It's like you do it. It's a pulse. It's
Mhm.
impulse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's your gut is impulse, your
Yeah.
impulse, and it tells you like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so this is important now.
Yeah.
We have to move on it, so we can get to the next place we're striving for.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so like, I understand that. So as I said, like, solution oriented, and I think that's how you should all like approach, like, whenever you're faced with a situation like that, really don't try to like fight the other person or try to prove yourself right or anything like that. Really try to work as a team. Really see it from a logical standpoint. And if you have to go into a debate, but a healthy debate. A debate where
Totally.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
There's
Solution.
clear points going on in there, and it's always like solution oriented. You're not debating just to like get your anger out or
Ego.
get your like ego involved as well. So that's really the place I'm coming from. It's not like I'm keeping it and then like I have all this hate. Like no, but it's like,
Yeah.
but it's more like I'm looking for where is the solution? Where is it? What's gonna be the best solution where I feel comfortable and he feels comfortable with whatever action it is that we take moving on.
Totally. It's how do you say, like, going ahead is the superior than you and me.
Yeah.
It's like we're the players,
Yeah.
and the thing that we're going towards is lot more important than like me and you. We're playing to win, but the winning is the winning. So
Yeah.
the winning is gonna come for us if we get there. If we don't, then we're not gonna win.
Exactly.
So totally. So I think we're smashed till you die. You know, we're pretty much elaborated from all angles. I hope you guys got this, and if you have any thoughts about this, please comment below, and we will try to continue this debate. With your comments, how we think this is and what it
Yeah.
means. But before we finish, we have very, very crucial, very good point that we have to hit on, and this is very important, which is your body. I left it all the way to the end. Your body is your temple. We've heard
Yes.
this before. Your body is has to be healthy. It has to be functioning correctly. You have to have your sleep whenever important. You have to have your if you guys don't know if you or if you know, which is great, your meditations and your yoga, running, walking, jogging, sports, weightlifting, whatever you have to do to keep your body going, so you can actually have the chance to do all this. Like, this will become possible for you. Most of this will dissipate if you're unhealthy. So
Yeah.
your body is very important. It's your temple. Take care of it. Eat
Definitely.
right. Eat healthy. Don't eat junk food. Don't drink high fructose type of drinks. If you guys don't know what high fructose means, please go do some research, learn about what it does to you. In short, what it does to you is it makes your blood sugar spike straight up, and then goes whatever duration it has, and then it just drops, and then you feel nauseous, you feel sick, you feel you don't have energy. Next thing your mind's gonna tell you is like how it's not gonna tell you I need a piece of steak.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell you need another coffee, or you need another sugar, or some candy bar or something, and then that's gonna make you again go spike up and go. This is really like not taking care of your body at all when you in this kind of habit of eating your diet.
Yeah.
It's very important to learn about holistic. This about 13 years ago, I had the privilege of learning about all this, and what happened was my dad got a cancer, and he just like 6 months, this guy melted, and he just passed away. And me and my older brother at the time, we were like, what just happened? This guy used to lift weights and he was healthy. We thought he was going to live 100 years old. And then now he's dead. Like, we start getting into a lot of holistic books and diet, what it does to you, what happens. We start, not long after we start learning a lot, reading a lot, we start changing our diet, we start changing what we eat, what we put in our bodies, and how we think, how everything affects. Your body is your temple, right? So at one point I stopped listening to news, I stopped talking in a negative way, I stopped hanging around with people that wasn't serving my goals. Everything was affecting me. I used to get angry a lot, I used to get upset. It would take me days until I get out of this kind of funk feeling, It was not good at all. So, my body felt so bad. I always wanted to sleep. I always wanted to, every afternoon I felt like losing a lot of, like I lost energy. Like I couldn't keep my eyes open, my head up, so I can go after my goals. And once I changed my diet, it took a while, until I learned, because a lot of this stuff your school is not teaching you, the community is not teaching you, especially 15 years ago. Now there's some out there, but like 15 years ago, forget it. The school did not teach. When you went to DMV, they didn't teach this stuff. When you went to work for Sears or something, they didn't teach you this. And then people didn't have access to this information, this knowledge. You had to actually go schooling to learn this stuff. And then when you tried to tell someone, they were all like, what are you saying? These are normal food I can eat. But like, dude, that's why you feel shitty every time, If you stop eating white rice, instead you eat, brown rice. The brown rice releases the sugar a little bit slower than the white rice, and this will make a difference, in your day. And then you can actually go after your goals, go after your, what we're talking about here, smash until you die. You just go after it like crazy, and then till you just to the end, And so if you guys don't know about diet, keep your bodies going, educate yourself about diet. There's so many videos out there. You guys can sit and watch and learn from many amazing people out there talking about, explaining about your body, what everything does. There are a bunch of conventions happen, and you guys, one of the most famous conventions that I've been to, that I learned a lot about body and all that, was in LAX, Hilton. What was the name of that hike convention that we used to go to? I haven't been there for over a year or two now.
Conscious Life Expo.
Conscious Life Expo. This kind of environments, places, when you go, there is that other type of healthy stuff that you get to learn about this, how to take care of your temple, your body. And that he taught me a lot when I went there. Also, I'm part of the Burning Man community. I learned a lot over there, eating organic, keeping yourself healthy, that kind of deal. Taking care of your body. What else? Right now we have a lot of supermarkets like Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Sprouts, all these markets for us in Los Angeles area. We get to go and purchase really clean organic products where it doesn't have all the bad toxic stuff in it, like preservative, everything, where when you eat this kind of stuff you feel so good. And next is you guys have to learn how to do what is the word? You can skip here a little bit, let me figure out the word. Okay, so, like juicing. When you do juicing, you're doing, what do you call it?
Detoxing?
Fasting and detoxing. Okay, so one thing you guys can do also is juicing. You can do fasting. You could do what was the other one?
Detox.
Juicing, fasting, detox, and these are very good ways of keeping your body healthy and going, so you can actually go and smash till you die, to the end, and you don't get tired, you don't get sleepy, you don't get really tell yourself this is hard and all that, when you have your body going, it's you can confront the challenges and everything. So I do maybe two or 3 days juicing. I don't eat meat. I eat meat very, very little. I don't eat meals as much. A lot of times I don't do breakfast. I do drink coffee. Coffee has certain good points and not so good, but I do drink coffee. I pay attention to me a lot to see if the coffee is gonna harm me. I will stop the coffee if it does. If I see that, because our body changes, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't stay the same. You kind of have to learn your body what it's doing. If one day I feel like my body changed and the coffee is not doing, I will stop. But you have to follow your body, and then if you guys want to learn more, you could sign up internet schools, or like go some course or something and learn about your health. I I learned a lot, and it served me very well. I don't get those mood swings or sleepy moments. I don't get those anymore. I feel much better after I learned all this, when I changed my diet. This is how I did when I talk about, when I first started my company. This is how I did it, because I had the body, and I was able to put my 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3 months straight. I made sure I didn't eat shit. I didn't eat junk. I didn't drink bad stuff, and I just kept on drinking a lot of water. Whatever I had to do to keep my body going, I did it. And vitamins, all kinds of stuff. Now, if the CBD is very, very, very good and very, I don't know how you say it, it's famous. It's not really famous, but it's easy to attain. You can actually go purchase CBD products. Those are amazing. I have some neck pain and everything. I just use that CBD product. I mean, the pain dissipates. Just I forget that it's there any longer. It's so good. I have my wrist here. Over the years, I used a lot of pliers and saw and everything. It just developed this little pain here, And then this morning, I just put a little bit of CBD cream, disappeared. There's no pain. There's no pain. Amazing products. My wife was having problems sleeping at night. She got the CBD pills where it relaxes you. First day she took one, she slept the whole night. What an amazing product. So educate yourself. These are products that don't have a lot of side effects, and learn before you try anything, but learn about it, and if it's going to help you, if it's going to make your body last so you can do actually what we talked about, you should look into it and do it. Eat healthy, be healthy. Your body is your temple. How do you see this? I know, you can talk. How do you?
Honestly, I don't have too much to say. I mean, I 100% agree with what you said. That's about it. I mean, definitely, your body is your temple, and definitely if you're planning on smashing till you die, I mean, you want to be in the best conditions possible as far as physically and mentally. So yeah, eating properly and exercising and just keeping your body intact and at its maximum performance, it's going to be the best thing you can really do to really enhance your journey as far as that goes. And really, I mean, if you need some motivation for you to do that, I mean, really think about what you have right now, your body, as far as having hands, having 2 feet, having the ability to walk, to run, to talk, to see, to hear. All your senses, they're extremely precious, and they're they are your, pretty much, I would say it's your biggest asset. You're thinking about all these other things that you need in order to get started. You need equipment, you need the perfect circumstances all around you, you need the right people. I mean, you already have your own body to get started with. I mean, use that, appreciate that, have gratitude, just the fact that you're alive and you have this awareness to be able to get out there and set a purpose for yourself. Right. And really just admire and appreciate your human experience, that you're a human being and you have consciousness, and really appreciate that. And really I mean, we can go into a whole different direction with consciousness and spirituality, but I'm not going to go into it here. But But definitely, I mean, appreciate your body and, you know, use it to its full potential.
Awesome. I love that. So I think we're done. The reason this is the podcast of develop your mindset, and this is one of our medallions. We want to bring our medallions forefront and talk to them what it meant for us, why we developed those medallions, what it means when we put out there. And so this medallion is Smash Till You Die. This is on our website. And what other sites do we have this medallion?
So you can find us on our primary website, which is kbrothersjewelers.com. You can also find us on Etsy. Under our store name is Kabartsi. You can also find us on Shopify as K Brothers Jewelers. And what's the other one? The one with the Igor things. Oh, the gemstone, I think, I believe. You can also find us on gemstone.com. You'll find us under the K Brothers Jewelers name and Kabartsi as well. So you can find our entire all the pieces that we have, and yeah, I mean, if you have any questions or anything, you can always feel free to those websites have a contact form for all of them. But in case you can't find it or something, you can always contact us on social media or through email. You can email us at kbrothersjewelers@gmail.com or call us too. I mean,
Yes.
we're here for you.
So awesome. So the part of the reason that we called our Instagram K Brothers Inspiration because of these medallions. We want to put this intention and this amazing quotes out there for people to wear it as a jewelry. Because we're a jewelry company here, I felt like, you know, what I decided I want to do a beautiful line. What am I gonna do? And you know, like it was so easy for me to come up with this idea where what I believe is so strongly that's so true. How about I put that out there for, you know, other people to benefit from all these quotes while they're wearing the beautiful gold medallion, but also has that, you know, amazing quotes on it that reminds them to like to do everything that we just talked about, you know.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any questions, please contact us. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That would mean so much for us, and we will try to put really good content for you guys out there to hear and listen and you know, get benefits out of. And please follow us on social media, all the social medias. If you guys have friends, family, you know, would love to hear this kind of podcast, and just let them know. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I think we're done. That's it, right? We have anything to say?
And of course, I mean, if you want to buy this this pendant that we
Right.
of Smash Till You Die, I'll leave a link down below right here, so you guys can directly just it'll take you directly to the website where you can purchase this
Awesome.
medallion.
Thank you for that. And thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys. It was amazing.
It sure
Love
was.
it. Alrighty.
Until next time.
Develop your mindset.